Alright, hello everybody. I'm having technical difficulties again. I don't know why. I have no idea what the fuck's going on, but I'm going to try this. I loaded it up in the old OBS since the new OBS is fucking up. This one's also dropping frames incredibly. I don't know what the fuck's happening. No. So you guys tell me if it's fucking lagging. This whole goddamn thing sucks. I'm trying to get everything set up here. I'm very fucking frustrated. I don't know what the fuck happened. Everything was fine. And now all of a sudden, I can hardly do this goddamn show anymore. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's very, very annoying, though. Oh, God damn it. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Undo that. Oh, God damn it. Come on, motherfucker. Now I'm upside down. Alright, let's see. I am so fucking frustrated with this bullshit. Flip vertically. Alright. Flip horizontally. That's slightly better. Alright. Alright, you guys let me know if this is lagging. If it's not lagging too bad, I'll try to do the show. I've still got, says still got a 12% frame rate drop, but we'll see. Maybe it'll fix itself. I don't know. I'm running at super low res. Everything's fucking super low. You need an assistant. Yeah, I need a fucking assistant, but like whatever. So is it lagging you guys? Alright, let's see if the audio is working. At least now I'm down to 10% frame rate drop. That's better than it was. It was dropping like 80% of the frames before. Now it says it's better with this, so we'll try it. Annoying. It's only 200 people watching too, so that's not great. God damn it. Fuck my life, right? Alright. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try to do the show. What's up, everybody? I'm sorry. We're having technical difficulties again. Alright, looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and start the show. Let's see if the audio is working. Everything is super low res right now because everything's turned way fucking down trying to fix this shit. So if you're wondering why everything is very low res, that is the problem right now. Alright, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Alright. Pause this shit. It says excellent connection. Alright, everything seems good. Yeah, I'm just frustrated with this bullshit. God damn it. I worked hard on the show all day. I work on this fucking show all day, and then for some reason the goddamn technical shit is stupid. Alright, well, it looks slightly better now. Alright. Sorry for the horrible show, folks. We're gonna get my shit together, I promise. We're gonna get it working. Got a decent show for you guys tonight. It's gonna be a short show, but already, like, we're only 50 minutes into the show. I haven't started yet, so might go the full fucking distance. Gonna talk about, Joe Rogan saying he ain't gonna take the facts. Got a big religious bullshit segment, if we can fucking get there. It's a working process. We're working it out. But as always, you guys want to support the show. Super chats! Always a good way to do it. Israel Jason says, Dusty, have you heard of that new pop star Ziggy Stardust? I've been watching TV hoping to catch their music video. You're just making up names now. Ziggy Stardust. I would make a joke about David Bowie, but I've done it to death. And thank you for that. And Danny Nernick, Dusty, just wanted to make you sound excited. make you feel a little better. I appreciate it. I am bummed. It seems to be working okay on this. Maybe it's just something with the new fucking OBS. The Streamlabs OBS seems to be fucking my whole shit up. It updated, and then suddenly it doesn't want to fucking work anymore. But this old OBS is working okay, it looks like. So, we're going to stick with it. Try to cheer the fuck up. Am I big enough? Yeah, I guess I'm big enough. All right. And Ruby Pickles gave me $20. Thank you, Ruby Pickles. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys supporting the show. Means a lot to me. All right, let's go ahead and get started, folks. Gonna get started with the first segment that I like to call What the Fuck? Look, everything is fucking the wrong size because I reset everything to be super low res to see if I could fix this shit, and it is super low res. What the fuck? And, all right, first off, what the fuck? You guys hear about the Gorilla Glue lady? Yeah, nice eyebrows. All right, so apparently this brainiac Ran out of hairspray, so decided to use super glue. Let's see if the audio's working. Yeah,
Hey
audio's
yo,
working. Booms. Yeah, super glue on her hair for hairspray. Because yeah, why wouldn't you do that? Makes sense to me.
hey y'all. For those of y'all that know my hair has been like this for about a month now.
Yeah.
It's not by choice.
Yeah. Well, it
No,
was a choice you made. A very bad choice.
it's not by choice. When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with a little got to be glue spray. Just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more got to be glue spray, so I used this
No! Why?
Gorilla Glue spray.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
Bad, bad idea.
Yeah, no shit. There's some
Yep.
lessons you don't ever have to fucking learn, and this is one of them.
Oh, look. My hair, it don't move.
Yeah, it's
You hear
Gorilla
what I'm telling
Glue.
you? It don't move.
Yeah, no shit.
I've washed my hair 15 times.
Only
And
15?
it don't move. Stiff wear. Woo. My hair. So I'm going to tell y'all like this. If you ever run out of got to be glue spray, don't ever use this.
I wouldn't
unless
have.
you want your hair to be
Yeah,
like that.
I wouldn't have. It says heavy duty right on the fucking bottle. Why did you do that? Some lessons don't fucking have to be learned. What is wrong with you people? Reminds me of that story I told you guys before where I put icy hot in my ball sack. Yeah, don't do that. That's a really dumb thing. The reason I did it is, like I said before, like if I even look at poison ivy, I get it all over me and I got it on my hands. And obviously if it's on my hands, it's on my penis. Because I'm always touching my penis. All day long penis, right? So I got goddamn fucking poison ivy all over my fucking penis. And then like you can't scratch it because it makes it spread, right? And so I was in the shower and the hot water on my penis felt good. It felt like it was scratching it without scratching it. And I was like, ooh, heat feels good on itches. And I was like, hey, is this hot water making my fucking penis feel better? Maybe if I put icy hot all over my penis, the heat will feel like it's scratching and it'll feel better. And no, don't do that. That's a bad idea, right? Some lessons don't have to be fucking learned. They shouldn't have to be anyway. Don't put Gorilla Glue in your hair. Don't put icy hot on your penis, all right? That's just common sense. But anyway, so then she made another video showing what happens when you try to wash your hair when you put Gorilla Glue over it. And spoiler alert, it doesn't work because your old head has Gorilla Glue on it. Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Watch.
Yeah, watch. I don't have to watch. I already know. Yeah.
Look, y'all.
Yeah, look, y'all. I spray my hair with Gorilla
Look,
Glue.
you wipe it off and nothing happens.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is the life that I'm living at this point.
Yeah, well,
Like,
don't do
this
that.
is the life
Yeah.
that I guess I'm gonna have to live.
Yeah. You chose poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, look. It's shiny.
Look.
Yeah. Gorilla Glue's not hairspray. You don't have to learn that fucking lesson. So, anyway, though. Next thing you know, she viral on the internet. Everybody fucking talking about it. And she went and sought some medical treatment. And yeah, there she is in the medical treatment. But this is where I get angry. At first, I was feeling a little bit sorry for her. I was like, sure, everybody makes stupid mistakes. I feel bad for you. But then, she didn't stay at the fucking hospital. Yeah, she went put Gorilla Glue in her hair. And yeah, so now she's trying to make money off of it, of course. First thing she does, started her a GoFundMe. They giving her $10,000 for being stupid. This is what America's like now. Do something dumb, and people fucking pay you for it. And yeah, the woman who went viral for Gorilla Glue, she didn't stay at the fucking hospital. Apparently, she decided to leave the hospital because yeah, here's this person talking about it, because they weren't let her record in the hospital and she could get no clout off of it. Sis with a sticky scalp didn't stay at the hospital because she wouldn't be able to film it for y'all and get her clout up. So she went home to do it with the tripod set up with nothing but some sterile water and baby aspirin. Yeah, trying to make money off of it. Grifters got a grift. And so, yeah, Gorilla Glue, they responded, of course, and they're like, don't put Gorilla Glue in your hair. Well, we got to tell you that. We are aware of the situation, and we are very, very sorry to hear about the unfortunate incident that Miss Brett experienced using our spray adhesive on her hair. This is a unique situation because this product is not intended for use in or on hair. as it is considered permanent. Our spray adhesive states in the warning label, do not swallow, do not get in eyes or skin or on clothing. It is used for craft, home, auto, or office projects to mount things to surfaces such as paper, cardboard, wood, laminate, and fabric. We are glad to see her recent video that Miss Brown has received medical treatment for her local medical facility and wish her the best. Yeah, I know, so of course, it's America, so she's suing Gorilla Glue. She's suing Gorilla Glue because their product works. That's like me suing fucking Toyota because their car drove me to the store. You ain't supposed to sue for shit that works. Don't even make no goddamn sense, this fucking country. So yeah, hopefully that shit will get thrown out. Gotta quit fucking rewarding stupid ass behavior. Yeah, not shampoo. Should not have to put that on there. What in the absolute fuck? So anyway, that was the story that went viral. And next up on What the Fuck, yeah. You guys just stealing from one set of assholes to pay another set of assholes. The Big Short's Michael Burry, you know, the asshole from the movie. Yeah, he made $270 million betting on GameStop. Because that's how this shit works. All you motherfuckers with your dumb money, you paying these rich motherfuckers. One rich motherfucker, another rich motherfucker. That's all that's happening here. Get caught up in your stupid fucking meme stocks because goddamn Elon Musk told you to. What's wrong with y'all? And next up, oh, what the fuck? So, you guys hear about this new QAnon thing? They can't live with the reality, of course. They got to keep the conspiracy going some fucking how. You know, they were promised us Joe Biden was never going to become president. And they had a date, and then that date would come and go. And there was another date that he was going to get fucking ejected. And Trump was going to be president again. And that date would come and go. It was going to be another date. So now, of course, they got another fucking date. Because why live in reality in any way whatsoever? Now it's March 4th. March 4th is the new day when Trump's going to become president again. And I could explain their dumbass reasoning to you guys, but instead of me explaining it, I'm just going to let one of these idiots that believe this shit explain it to you. And yeah, it don't make no fucking sense, but it's QAnon, so what do you expect? Yeah, okay. Here's a brainiac. She posted this a couple weeks ago, and this is what they believe.
A peaceful transition is coming. Trump will not be sworn in as the 45th President of the United States on January 20th. Trump will take office as the 19th President of the United States on March 4th under the restored republic. Let me explain.
Please do.
You believe you live in a nation called United States of America.
Yes, I do.
This nation hasn't existed since 1871, when this country ceased to be a nation and became a corporation belonging to the City of London. Every time you see an American flag with a gold fringe and gold tilt attached to it, it represents the corporation, not the country.
That doesn't sound right.
This is the reason you can never make progress financially. This is why the law always seems to be against the average citizen, while the rich and the elite literally get away with murder and worse things. If Biden, Harris, Pence, Pelosi, etc. are arrested for their crimes before January 20th, there will be no one to assume the presidency. Since Trump has not been certified as the presidential winner by Congress, he cannot remain president. If there is no president on January 20th, the corporation known as the United States of America will be dissolved.
No, none of that's true.
The military will then become the guardians of the nation during the transition.
No.
People will then have irrefutable proof that the election was stolen by foreign entities and that Trump was chosen by a landslide. Trump then assumes the presidency as the 19th President of the United States. The last president elected before America became a corporation was Ulysses S. Grant. Republic restored.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not going to happen, but a lot of them believe it, folks. And so, of course, it's fucking Trump. So what does Trump do? Dude never misses a fucking opportunity to grift. It's almost, I don't want to say admirable, but it's amazing. It really is. So on March 4th, they've like tripled the prices for hotel rooms at Trump Hotel. I mean, this guy, he's almost hilarious. He just sits around all the fucking time just thinking about how can I extract every fucking dime from these idiots I possibly can. It's like he's terrified he's gonna miss a buck or two for the people he's grifting. So it's always got to be grifting all the fucking time. So yeah, on March 3rd and 4th, they tripled the rates in the fucking rooms. Like $1,331 per night. Oh my God. Fuck, you people are stupid. And but I almost got to give this woman a little credit. She went viral this week talking about how she was in the QAnon cult, trying to warn everybody else that they got to figure it out for them fucking selves, get away from that cult, not be a dumbass like she was. So, like, it's hard to believe that she ever believed in that stupid bullshit to begin with, and it's sad for her. But at least she waking up a little bit. Let's have a listen.
I had really lost all touch with reality. It was the worst day of my life. I was having a complete mental break. And really what had happened was I had fallen down the QAnon rabbit hole and fell hard, and just lost it. I was completely triggered.
And after that moment, you then went home. You were still irrational, so much so that your husband called the police. We have some video of that too. You were just spouting crazy theories when the police showed up. You were clearly in distress, and they ended up having to take you in, for a mental evaluation, and I believe to a mental hospital. And so how did this happen, Melissa, that you fell so far down the conspiracy rabbit hole?
I really became all consumed in the QAnon conspiracy theories because of a mix of fear, anxiety, depression, uncertainty, inconsistency with the information coming out about the pandemic. I felt terrified. I was losing my business. I was watching people around me lose their business. I felt hopeless. I didn't know what to do. So I went to the internet. It started innocently enough, kind of poking around on spirituality and wellness and new age pages that, are just things that I'm interested in anyway.
There's a problem.
And then, as soon as the algorithm hooked me in, it really only took a matter of weeks until I was in this terrifying echo chamber that really, completely changed the way that I think and the way that I processed information. And what people saw happen in my garage that day, truly with my husband, who's my absolute best friend, is an ultimate act of love and selfless service for another person, because he had to make a very difficult choice that day, to save my life. He had given me an ultimatum, it's this family, or QAnon. And because I had become so obsessed with it, the Save the Children messaging spoke so deeply to who I am as a person, and I just couldn't put it aside. It ruined me.
Yeah, you dumb, but at least your husband got you to wake the fuck up a little bit. But just amazing people can fall down these rabbit holes and believe in this absolutely ridiculous bullshit. But it's not that hard to understand. It's religious thinking. Once you allow yourself to believe the stupidity of Christianity, you'll believe pretty much anything, right? Because it can't get any dumber than Christianity. So anything else, like, compared to that is plausible. Right? Did you guys hear about this? Remember when we used to just have babies and find out what the gender of the baby is when it was born, or the sex of the baby, rather, not the gender, but nowadays, we gotta kill motherfuckers, apparently. So yeah, expectant parents fired a cannon to celebrate their baby shower, and it killed one of their guests. Imagine growing up and finding out your parents killed somebody to reveal your sex to the world. God damn it, just look at the fucking ultrasound like a normal person, you fucking morons. God damn it. And next up on what fuck. So yeah, obviously, I guess the SuperBowl happened yesterday. And it was a super spreader event. Now, the SuperBowl itself, they did an okay job with it, I guess. They had like 7,500 people there that were like already vaccinated, and most of the people that were there were carbo cut out, so that was fine. But first, this is Tom Brady, Trump supporting dumbass Tom Brady. Apparently, he's good at sports ball. I don't care about that. He a douche. He can't even bother to be a role model, even for a goddamn second. Wear his fucking mask, just to show everybody, hey, this is what a leader does. This is a responsible adult. So yeah, in 2 weeks we're gonna be hearing all about this. The after parties, all of them. Fucking super spreader events. And not just the after parties, but also the super parties themselves. Gonna get lots of people killed for this stupid fucking football game, and here they are all over Instagram just partying their ass off in this fucking super spreader event. No mask. Why would you wear a mask? Tom Brady won! And yeah, here's a video of these fucking morons. Yay! Football! Idiots. Why is there no audio to this? Guess there's no audio to this video for whatever reason. But anyway, yeah, there. God damn it. You're gonna get your grandmas killed. People who are immunocompromised gonna die. All because you motherfuckers want to watch a stupid goddamn football game and act irresponsibly out goddamn public. So, yep. We just passed, 465,000 deaths in a year, folks. This is why we can't have nice things. Whole country's fucking moronic. And, yeah, the sad part is, here's what people like Tom Brady, they not only they don't understand this, they don't give a shit. And Joe Rogan, too. We're going to talk about Joe Rogan talking about how he's not going to get the vaccination. This is part of the systemic racism in this country. You don't have to be, like, straight out hate black folks or think you hate black folks to be a fucking racist or a part of the white supremacy power structure in this country. You just have to ignore what your actions are causing to the most vulnerable among us and minorities. And this is what it's happening. COVID deaths per 100,000 people by race. Yeah, it affects black people, Pacific Islanders, and indigenous people the most. For a variety of reasons, most of which are economical. But yeah, just like this person said, Native Americans are dying at the highest rates from COVID. This is systemic. The media barely talks about it. That is also systemic, and it is. It's just one of the many, 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 many different parts of systemic racism in this country that we're not talking about, we're not addressing. So yeah, it's easy for 100 millionaires like Joe Rogan or shitheads like Tom Brady not to wear their mask, not to be good citizens in any fucking way whatsoever, when it's going to affect minorities the most. Never fucking think about it. And speaking of the different ways minorities are treated in this country compared to the rest of the white society, you guys remember, what is her name? Judy? Is that her name? Jenny Cudd. Remember her? She's the one that took the private jet down to do the treason. Got on fucking line and begged for money and shit, where she asked the judge, hey, I know that I've been arrested and I have a court date coming up, but can I skip the country and go on vacation in another country? And he said yes! Of course you can, rich white lady. Why would we hold you in this country? Feel free to just go to any country you want to. Skip around the world. Why not? Hooray for white people, I guess. Hold black people without any fucking bond whatsoever. But white folks can just leave the goddamn country, because of course, why would you not? Why would you not? And, next up on What the Fuck. Prepare to get mad. You guys see this one? Can't reform this. You cannot fucking reform this. So I guess this, 20-year-old kid crossed against the red lights on a longboard. And this cop throws him to the ground and beats the shit out of him and smacks him in the head with his taser and whatnot, because why wouldn't you?
Get the fuck off of me!
If you just stop resisting, it'll go over easier. I know, man, it's scary. Just take it easy.
I'm not even resisting. Get off of me! Get off of me! Get off!
It's okay, man. I'm right here, dude. Just take it easy.
Get off of me! Get off! Get off of me, please! Give me help!
Stop resisting.
Extremely excessive force on a young male who is skateboarding.
Please call Craig then ask the cop too. Please.
It's okay, sweetie. You need
Please call 911.
So now he gonna pistol whip him in the face with his taser gun, and then slam his head in the concrete a few times.
Relax, honey.
I'm not resisting.
That's what's gonna happen. That's 2 seconds. Put your head behind your fucking back right now. I'll be driving this right in your face. You want this?
No, sir, let him go,
Put your hands behind
How old are you, Ben?
Do that when you're
Yo, how old are you?
Put your hands behind
How old are you?
20.
You're 20?
Put your hands behind your back. right now or I'm lighting you up.
Just do what he says, man.
Pulling my hand into the ground.
You can't put your hand behind your head?
My hand's behind my back, man.
Roll on your stomach. Roll on your stomach.
What are you doing, man?
What are you doing, man? He's doing what a pig does. Yeah.
Don't hurt him. Dude, he's using excessive force. I got it all. This needs to stop!
Slam us on the concrete. Why not?
I got it all. Just please don't touch me. It's okay, I know.
So, yeah, apparently the cop had already given him a ticket. And I guess he lipped off to the cop a little bit, so the cop had to beat him. Because you can't talk to the God man like that. Did you just fucking disrespect the God man? So, yeah, no, nothing's going to happen to him. He'll be fine. Right? I think they put him on, they changed his job, or they put him on something else, I guess, desk work or something temporarily while they investigate themselves. Because that's what they always fucking do, yeah, ACAB, right? And last up on What the Fudge, you guys see this one today? This will make your butthole pucker. So I guess this guy was riding down the road and fell 50 feet. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that's not what you want. So he survived. That's a lucky motherfucker right there. That is a long ass way to fall and survive. So you should play the lottery or some shit, motherfucker. You got a lucky rabbit's foot up your ass. Yeah, landed right on the fucking wheels and everything. Shock absorbers. Lucky as a motherfucker. And that is my what the fuck section for tonight. Let's see what you guys got to say in the chat. And that made me sick. Yeah, it's always sickening to watch these motherfuckers. Cops be cops, right? Shitty ass goddamn trash country. Yeah, shortcuts. Yeah, he lived. I know, right? Shocker. He'll get a pay raise probably. They'll promote him to sergeant or something. The cop has no training. It doesn't matter. The police chief had just put out a message saying, oh, well, he followed protocol. Nothing to see here. Systemic disease. How stupid. Well, it's not a systemic disease, but it affects poor people more for a variety of reasons, such as, less money you have, the less money you have for PPP, and also in poor societies, poor communities, they're forced to live closer together. You know, rich people can afford to spread out more. Also, in poor communities, they have to work harder. They cannot afford to leave work as much as they can in richer communities. So, yeah, there's lots of very obvious reasons where a people who have 10 times the less inherited wealth of white society would be more highly affected by the coronavirus. Also, less money for medical care. And also, it's been shown that there's systemic racism in our medical community itself, where they treat black patients differently than white patients. So all of that combined create this giant snowball where the disease does affect minorities at a much higher rate than it does white folks. You don't have to believe that if you don't want to. You can be a dumb dipshit all you like and pretend systemic racism doesn't exist and affect people of color in these ways, but you would be wrong and also stupid, and you should feel bad about it. So, let's see. I hate you. You oughta. The cops shown were actually Canadian from Ontario, not American. Still, it's terrible. That's like Canada's just like American light. It's all the same shit, really. All right. Let's hope you read. Your cam screen is too big. I can't reset the shit. You mean over here? I can lower this one down. Boom. It's because everything is wrong scale. Next show. The next show I will use this program instead of apparently the new slobs, the Streamlab OBS has fucked something up where it no longer works properly for me. But this program seems to be working okay, so I'll just use this one from now on. So it will be better the next show. I'll have all this straightened out. No, it is not. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let me read the super chats. Super chats. Let's see what's going on over here. Boom. All right. Okay. Corey Davis, can I get a shout out for my friend Mike Hawk? Yeah, I'll give a big shout out to your Mike Hawk. I know that one. That's an oldie but a goodie. Brandon Herbert. Oh, damn. I'm a few minutes late. Happy Monday, everybody. Yeah, I was 10 minutes late because I was having technical difficulties, so you're fine. It's all good. Been using Got To Be Free spray for over a decade. Never once did I think Gorilla Glue was an adequate substitute. Bad light decisions, I know, right? Poor choices. But she already made $10,000 from that poor choice, so is it a poor choice? Don't know. K Connor, $5 reminds me of my Darwin moment of touching my computer charger to my tongue when I was 16. Worst pain I've ever felt. Don't recommend. I think I told this story before too, but like when I was about 14, I was installing a phone for my grandmother. One of those old rotary phones and shit. And I was doing the wiring. You have to you just connect wires and shit to the wall and whatnot. And so I had to strip the wire. And for some reason, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Nothing is the short answer to that. But I noticed that when the electricity goes out in the house, the phone still worked. So my genius brainiac self thought, hey, clearly the phone does not work on electricity. Because when the lights go out, the phone still works. So obviously, can't be electric. So I stripped the telephone wire with my teeth. And then I woke up about 5 minutes later, and I was like, yeah, that was stupid. Don't do that. Do not strip telephone wire with your teeth, idiot. Luckily, I didn't die. And cam's too big. Yes, it was. I changed it. Working it all out. Thank you for that. And Ben Davis, these people are inflaming my chronic misanthropy. I know, right? Hard not to. And Matt, I can't see Matt's. It's not showing up. There we go. $10 from Matt. Keep on, keep it on. I love what you're doing. I appreciate it, Matt. I love what you're doing. Thank you for supporting the show. And all right, let's keep on. Ratings are out tonight. I don't have 600 tonight. We've been doing like 8 to 900, so it's a little lower tonight. What the fuck? Whatever. It's cool. I was 10 minutes late, and I do suck, so all of that happens. All right, let's go ahead and continue on with the motherfucking show. Next up, you guys ready to sing along with me? Because, oh my God, here it goes. Should watch, talking about should watch. We talk about shoulds and make fun of them. Hell yeah, you guys ready for this? First off, on the should watch, Marjorie. Genius Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't know a parody site. So this is Babylon Bee, which is like the right-wing version of The Onion. So not funny, but a parody. And the Babylon Bee says, high school runner not feeling great about her chances against the girl with the beard. And Marjorie's like, gee, I wonder why. Because it's a parody, you stupid fucking moron. Maybe that's it, but never miss an opportunity to be transphobic. Dummies. And next up on the chat watch. How'd you guys see this one? So how it started. Apparently, Ron Wright, who is a Republican congressman, tweeted this from his fucking his hospital bed. He was in the hospital for COVID and was tweeting out, yeah, we need to reopen the schools. Let's reopen the schools. It's fine. CDC finds scant spread of coronavirus in schools. CDC said to reopen schools. It's like Democrats are choosing teachers, unions, and special interests over the well-being of our students. The CDC says schools are safe and reopen and proper precautions take. What are we waiting for? Says Ron Wright, having COVID from his hospital bed. And yeah, he did. He did. Ron Wright did COVID-19. So yeah, he pulled a Herman Cain. I expect I'll see his Twitter account keep posting anti-COVID stuff, anti-mask stuff after he is dead, like Herman Cain did. Why not? His dead ghost will be fucking tweeting out how it's no goddamn big deal. Because that's the society we live in. Republicans, dumb. He did. And next up, Joe Rogan, Bropra. So last week, Bropra decided to have a maskless event. Yeah, performing days after COVID exposure makes Joe Rogan a public health risk. No shit. It's already covered Joe Rogan before. He was given a free advertisement to his buddies, Brian COVID and Brendan Schlub, for their COVID spreader comedy events in Texas. And so they went out and they had their COVID spreader events and they got COVID and spread COVID around, not in any small part, thanks to his free advertisements for the show. So then last week, he was hanging out with a bunch of other people that tested positive for COVID, like Dave Chappelle. And so, of course, this week, instead of quarantining himself, this human thumb is out there having shows. Why wouldn't he? Last week, Joe Rogan, the Austin-based podcaster and friend of Elon Musk, was exposed to COVID-19. This week, he appeared on an unmasked indoor comedy show, apparently ignoring CDC quarantine guidelines. The title here is very straightforward. On January 19th, Rogan and Chappelle had a show at Stubbs Austin, a venue that does not require a mask when audiences are seated. The comics were photographed hanging out backstage with other unmasked people, like comics Michael Wolff or Michelle Wolf and Donald Rawlings, as well as billionaire Elon Musk, super genius Elon Musk, who definitely deserves to be the richest man in the world, and his wife Grimes, weirdo Grimes, who had COVID earlier this month. Yeah, both those guys had COVID earlier this month. And on January 21st, Chappelle revealed he tested positive for COVID-19 and was isolating in accordance with CDC guidelines. On January 25th, Rogan appeared on a live recording of the podcast Kill Tony at Anton's Nightclub, a venue that also does not require masking when audiences are seated. An image of the show posted on Instagram, none of the comics are wearing masks. Unmasked audiences and band members are visible as well. So yeah, why in any way be a good example for people? Especially when you have the largest fucking podcast in the world where he's influencing tons of people for this stupid fucking behavior. So it gets worse, folks. Now you're going out there saying he ain't gonna take the vaccine. I showed you guys a couple months ago where he had Alex Jones on there, and they were spreading they're vaccine misinformation, trying to scare people against taking the vaccine because he's a dangerous fuck. And now here he is, just straight out again influencing people not to take the vaccine. He can say, "I'm only talking about myself. Oh, you can't blame me." If I influence people, yeah, I can. You're an influencer. Literally, what you do is influence people for a living. Yes, I can blame you. If you influence your stupid fucking audience not to take the goddamn vaccine when we need 80 to 90% of people in America to take it so we can have herd immunity and keep our grandparents from getting killed, you thumb fuck. So let's look.
You taking that vaccine?
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would if I felt like I needed it. But I just feel like if you maintain your health, and I think for some people it's important. I think for some people it's good.
Are they gonna make people take it in order to go overseas?
I'm worried about that. I don't like that.
I don't like needles. I want to know how people fare over X amount of months. Like what happens in 6 months after the vaccine? How long does it last for? Do you need it again next year?
You can just look it up. Take it again if you need it. Joe Rogan. So anyway, yeah, there he is out there. Being a bad influence on people, and of course, his audience is made up of a lot of really stupid motherfuckers who will absolutely be influenced by this. So if you guys want to know why we don't reach 80 to 90% vaccination rate so we can have a decent herd immunity, it's because companies like Spotify pretend they're left-leaning, but there are no fucking trillion-dollar, billion-dollar companies that are fucking left-leaning. Capitalism just isn't about that. Yeah, they might fake like they're left-leaning in order to make money and grift people out of the fucking money. When it all comes down to it, it's all about the bottom fucking line. They don't give a shit that they host this motherfucker that's out there going to get people killed with his fucking stupidity. Fuck you, Spotify. Spineless, weak sons of fucks. And all right, next up, human thought, Dave Rubin. So, folks, there was a 9-minute video of this. I'm not going to make you suffer through it. But I am going to make you suffer through a 2.5-minute video of Dave Rubin stand-up because it's bad and I had to suffer through it. So you guys had to too. This is what an amazing stand-up comedian Dave Rubin was in his younger years. I'm sorry.
I'm a little different in comedy form. It's coming back. I mean, I used to do this. This is what I did. Okay. I forgot that I'm good at this. All right.
Doesn't that seem weird that gays now hate the Mormons? Like a Mormon wants to have a lot of wives, and I want to fuck one dude. Why are we fighting? What?
Because they think you're a sinner who is going to go to hell for eternity because of your life decisions, and they push anti-gay causes that inhibit your freedoms and take away your civil rights, and that's worth fighting against instead of just laying down and taking it. You stupid fuck.
Are we fighting?
Oops.
A lot of wives. I want to fuck one dude. Why are we fighting? What are we fighting over? What are we fighting over? Thank you for that smile.
You're as funny as a Mormon, so you got that going for you.
Smile, sir. That was a very supportive smile. Very good. So is this your lady right here? Are you in a lady mode? Do you go in modes? I'm always wondering about the bisexuals. No. You don't... Lesbians giving other lesbians flowers. Have you ever heard anything more beautiful than that. Obviously, you have.
So funny.
I'm feeling a lot's going to happen between you two. This woman and this man right there.
Damn it.
Dan
This is
Abrams'
painful.
cock is huge. What? Okay. You have your foot up his balls. If I know anything about gays, it's that they don't want monogamy. Good night, everybody. No, did I lose you there? No, too heartfelt, right? We had a little delay here. What happened? You were with me. Now I needed you. That's where I could have used you for a second, and you were drinking Amstel Light.
He's got to beg the audience to laugh for him.
Yeah.
That's how bad he
There's
is.
something in Wolf Blitzer's beard that you don't want to see when you're still in. So are we excited? Obama is the...
All right, I'm going to stop it. 90 seconds. I tap out, folks. He should be a UFC fighter. He could just stand there and tell jokes, and I would fucking tap out every goddamn time. He'd be the world heavyweight goddamn champion. Dave Rubin. And so, the intellectual dark web, shocker! These fucking grifters have found a religion, found God. Now, they're atheists, folks, but they know that the vast majority of their audience, the people they are sucking up to, people that they're shilling for, are Christians, right? Crazy ass Christian Trump supporters. So they got to take the God pill themselves and jump on it and make a case for why God is actually good. So this is some nonsense, but I'm going to read it. Dave Rubin says, thread. I've come to the conclusion that the collapse we're in now is the inevitable end of what purely secular liberalism looks like. What collapse are you talking about, dude? If anything, secular society has advanced us incredibly. But anyway, a sad reality, as someone who wrote a book defending liberalism, yeah, that was your first grift. Now you're in another grift, so you have to change your opinion on completely. The tolerance baked into liberalism is what let wokeism into the system. So they have to have a new boogeyman, right? It's always got to be spreading fear, selling fear. So wokeism, oh my God, the woke people are coming for you. Or not, woke people aren't hurting you. Wokeism doesn't really exist anyway. It's another way of saying SJW. The term SJW is no longer popular. People that said SJW got made fun of, so now they changed it to wokescodes, wokeism, gatekeepers. And once again, fuck all you lefties who help them spread their stupid words and their narratives. The soft underbelly of that tolerance and a belief that logic and reason can solve all are the perfect breeding ground for bad ideas like wokeism to pop up and breed. Holy God. He's literally saying that logic and reason are not what we need to solve our problems. What the fuck else could solve our problems? Literally the only thing that can solve our problems is logic and fucking reason. He goes on to say, and secular liberals without a bedrock truth other than their own minds have no defense against this. We do have a bedrock truth. We have the only bedrock truth. Logic and reason, the natural laws of the universe, physics. That's the only thing that's real. That's the only thing that matters. There is nothing else. Your bedrock of the truth of God doesn't exist. So claiming a fairy tale as some kind of bedrock of truth is like an oxymoron. How can you believe that? How can you believe something's not true is the bedrock of truth? I mean, I know you don't actually believe that. I know you're just a con man. But anything goes on to say, our founders understood this. They also were slave owners. Yeah, they were stupid in a lot of fucking ways and didn't have it all figured out at all. Which is why the Constitution didn't grant us rights. It protected them. Rights are God-given, not man-given. Bullshit. There is no God, so how can God give our rights? They are protected by us and somewhat our Constitution, but we protect each other's rights. That's the only reason we have them. Logic needs something eternal beneath its foundation. Yeah, it has that. Logic is eternal, has an eternal foundation. It's called physics. The natural laws of the universe playing itself out. That's the eternalness beneath logic. This is a point that Ben Shapiro, Dennis Prager, Jordan Peterson have often made. Yeah, idiots made stupid points. I agree, but it doesn't make it right. He goes on to say, liberals not only have no defense now, false, but they actively are destroying their own businesses. What the fuck are you talking about? Families and institutions by pretending that wokeism can be rationalized with and defeated. What the fuck? No one makes that argument. No one's trying to defeat wokeism. Gibberish. The point of wokeism is to be anti-human and anti-individual, really. The point of wokeism, I mean, supposedly from somebody that actually believes in this concept, is that they're heavily into social justice. That is all about equality and equity. I mean, if being an anti-individual means we as a society or have more equality, then I guess, but, and it will spare no one. Be afraid, everybody. I think some former liberals, like Conceptual James, blah, blah, have seen this, while most bury their head in the sand and hope it passes them by. It will not. I welcome debate on this. Anyway, stupid, pandering, stupid bullshit. And it would be bad enough he was the only one that was spreading the stupid bullshit, but he ain't, of course. His poofy-headed moron, Eric Weinstein, another one of these right-wing grifters who claims to be a left. I'm such a lefty. But for some reason, 90% of my audience is right-wing. Huh. Figure that one out. How is that possible? Maybe because you're a fucking grifter. And so he's jumping on this bandwagon too, even though he claims to be an atheist. For some reason, he's jumping on the God bandwagon. Not for some reason, because money and lack of self-esteem or, integrity. Eric Weinstein says, he's replying to Dave Rubin and says, "This is a point I have also made in a different form. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. You can complain all you want, but those words are load-bearing." Yeah, they're a load-bearing, a load of shit-bearing. "That's partly why this atheist says prayers." What? That's partly why this atheist says prayers. What the fuck are you saying prayers to? If you don't believe in a God, why would you say prayers? Are you just praying to nothing? What logic is there in sitting around and praying to something you don't believe in? How are you even a real human being? Just gobbledygook. He goes on to say, "If one worships at the altar of pure reason, one may also lead a noble life." Yes. "In fact, it is wholly possible that one may lead a better and more moral life than the pious hypocrite down the street." True. That's not the problem. The problem is secular humanism coordinating and scaling. When you hit the why questions over and over, you have no last line of defense. When a sociopath or crazy person openly tells you, "What's wrong with my redefining of human flourishing? Why are you right and I'm wrong? Who died and made you the arbiter of truth? Why these rules?" We can make a humanist reasoning for all this. You want to live a moral life that doesn't hurt other people. You want to treat other people the way you want to be treated because we have, empathy, right? We have the ability to imagine because of our higher brain processes, and we can put ourselves in other people's shoes and realize what they're going through and then treat them like we would want to be treated. You can make these arguments without any God whatsoever necessary. In fact, having a God only hurts the situation. So, not surprised to see these fucking grifters take the God pill, sell out everything they claim to believe for $1 or $2, but I guess somebody's got to poof up his hair for him. And speaking of grifters, millionaire Tim Pool is really upset because they can't say the N-word, y'all. Here he is in this latest podcast, one of the most popular podcasts on all of YouTube. Man, they want to say the N-word so bad, y'all. Why can't they? It ain't fair.
One of the things that gets me is that even on a show where we're not going to censor ourselves, we still say the N-word. And I think that's more offensive than actually saying the word.
If that's true, then why didn't you say it? Clearly you don't believe that because you said the N-word, right? Think you might be full of shit there.
It's so bad that we have to dance around it. That's so sickening to me.
It's a Mexican standoff. It's that I don't like Papa John is a really good example. He was critically using the word and they canceled him for it.
It's fucking crazy to me. It's a word. It's a fucking English word.
And
it means black in Spanish.
Oh, no. It's that means black. Yeah, the N-word means black, y'all. Don't it mean black? Cringe to death. Yeah, he's doing a Louis C.K. bit, I know. I know they're just copying Louis C.K., but still it's cringe.
From the word that means black in Spanish, it's just a slang word. It doesn't mean anything other than black.
And because everyone is scared of the woke mob, you can't say these words.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Welcome to what Jack
Where have you
said.
been, bro? It didn't used to be like this. It didn't used to be this sensitive.
George Carlin went on stage and said every racial slur you could think of and literally called Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy the N-word. He said it straight up. And then he said, and it doesn't matter because it's the person behind the words, and they cheered for him. That was the old school left in this country, the liberals. It's not that way anymore, man. The woke mob has taken over. and they will
Chappelle gets
destroy
away
you.
with it easily, and so
He's
does
black.
And,
He's black, buddy.
What's Donnell Rawlings, his good friend, co-founder of or worked on the Chappelle Show. He does it all the time, but it's not just because he's black. It's because of the way he says it.
It's because the way he says it.
Definitely. You don't.
No, it's because he's black.
It's because he's
just because.
Do you remember? Oh man, was it Q-Tip or was it
Ice Cube?
I can't remember. It's a famous current rapper, and Kendrick Lamar. They called a white girl up on stage at his own show.
Yeah.
He put the mic in her mouth. She recited the lyrics from heart and said at the same time in the song as he did, and he stopped the show and got mad at her. You can't say that. You can't do that.
What was she supposed to do?
She was singing his.
Not say it. I suppose. You have to understand you're a public, and it's frowned upon for good reasons, because it's the word that's been used to demonize and dehumanize black people for hundreds of years. So it's not cool. And I'm sure if George Carlin were around these days, he would have evolved with our times, because our society is continuously evolving, mostly for the better. But I'm sorry you white motherfuckers can't say the N-word. Must be so terrible for you. Millionaire Tim Pool. Next up, these fucking right-wing grifters. Imagine being such a piece of shit that you take an opportunity to dunk on a woman who loses her baby. But not just that, to lie about it. Paul Joseph Watson. So anyway, I guess this woman had she was pregnant, and she got the vaccine, and then she had a miscarriage. No evidence these things are connected or whatsoever, but it just, it happens, right? So Paul Joseph Watson, The Who, says pregnant women should not take the COVID vaccine. This pregnant nurse took the vaccine and tweeted about it, presumably for the dopamine or to encourage other pregnant women to do the same. She says subsequently had a miscarriage. The ignorance, dunking on you because you lost your baby, says this absolute piece of shit. Of course, that's not the Who says at all. He couldn't be bothered to take 5 seconds and look it up, because he wouldn't be able to dunk on a pregnant woman who lost her baby if he did. The Who says, should pregnant women be vaccinated? While pregnancy puts women at a higher risk of severe COVID-19, very little data are available to assess vaccine safety in pregnancies. Nevertheless, based on what we know about this kind of vaccine, we don't have any specific reason to believe there will be a specific risk that would outweigh the benefits of vaccination for pregnant women. For this reason, those pregnant women at higher risk exposure to SARS-CoV-2, for example, health workers, or who have comorbidities which add to the risk of their severe disease, may be vaccinated in consultation with their healthcare providers. So not only does he post false information to dunk on this poor woman who just lost her baby, there was no part two to that. That's what he did. Just a horrible fucking human being. Katana, please don't sit on my hand. I don't like that or require that. No, thank you. And next up. Oh, yeah. And so last show I showed you that Tim Pool was retweeting Jimmy Dore, agreeing with him. This week, you got Paul Joseph Watson retweeting Jimmy Dore. Yeah, you're fucking right on the mark when both Paul Joseph Watson and Tim Pool are giving you shout outs, Jimmy. Like, holy shit. Is there any time that your ego makes you step back and be like, oh shit, maybe I'm going down the wrong road here. Maybe I should have some self-reflection and think about what I'm doing, because I have the biggest right-wing shitheads in the world agreeing with me. Maybe that's bad, but nah, don't even think about it, Jimmy. You're cool, right? You got your $1 million compound. It's all good, right? And next up on the Chud Watch. Oh, yeah. Like, part of me starts to feel sorry for Iron Mouse Chud sometimes, because he's got to feel bad about himself, because he's just a little weasel blob of a human, just a disgusting piece of shit in every goddamn way. He gets picked on all the time and bullied. And so I kind of feel sorry for him. But then I realize there's no reason to, because he's just oh my God, he's just such a horrible human being. He deserves all the fucking bullying he gets. He deserves more. This is what the right wing is all about, folks. This is the level they're at. Oh, look, This lying piece of shit who literally got paid to lie to us. Condescendingly lied to us. And spread fascism. But she's a filet mignon. And this other woman who seems very lovely, answers questions, seems to be telling the truth, seems to want to help America. She a bologna sandwich because she ain't as hot. The right wing is so much better looking. This is you, dude. If she's a bologna sandwich or whatever the fuck this is. In fact, that's better than whatever this thing is that you've become. This hideous, grotesque monster. Like, dude, you don't have to be this horrible. I mean, it's almost like they get off on being pieces of shit. I guess they're rewarded for it, so they do get off on it, but makes me feel a lot better about picking on you, to be honest. Yeah, the foreign provocateur, never stepped foot in America, pretends to be an Asian American, gets paid to, and hard to believe these people have a problem with this. So this is Michael Ruddy, is that his name? Who was from Newsmax, Christopher Ruddy, the owner of Newsmax. Literally supposed to be a news organization. He says, there's a new standard created out of this that is very dangerous for all the cable channels. Christopher Ruddy, the owner of Newsmax and a Trump confidant, said in an interview on Saturday, you have to fact check everything public figures say, and you could be held libelous for what they say. Yeah, that's a good thing. You can't spread lies on your channel. The fact that you have a problem with that just shows what a propaganda piece of shit you are. Mr. Ruddy contends that Newsmax presented a fair view of the claims about election fraud and voting technology companies. That's why you're getting sued at your ass. And no, you didn't. You spread lies. You should be held accountable for them. You should not allow people on your network before you fact check what the fuck they're going to say. Especially if you're going to call yourself a news organization, a dipshit. And did you guys hear about this one? Former Senate GOP staffer arrested on federal child pornography charges. Like, how stupid do you have to be in 2021 to spread fucking child porn on the internet? Like, you're gonna get caught 100%. I mean, despite the fact that obviously you're just not to be a horrible human being to that begin with. So obviously there's something fucking wrong with their brain from Jump Street. But you don't know by now they're gonna goddamn catch you. You can't get away with it. They watching you, motherfucker. So yeah, he was spreading child pornography and talking about going and abusing children and shit, sending text messages. So they busted his ass, of course. Hey, conservatives, you're all worried about like pedophiles and shit. There's plenty of them in the Conservative Party. They're not at fucking pizza joints and shit. Of course, they never look inward. Never point out the fact that Trump was like one of Jeffrey Epstein's best friends, had 50 pieces of contact info in Jeffrey Epstein's little black book. It's always the Democrats. They eating babies and molesting everybody. No, motherfucker, that's you doing it. It's like you in the Catholic Church. Might want to get that beam out of your eye before you talk about the speck in your neighbor's eye. To quote the Bible. Yeah, I did. And did you guys hear that Parler, the right-wing Twitter substitute, was going to give Donald Trump 40% of Parler if he agreed to tweet on Parler instead of Twitter? He was still allowed to tweet on Twitter. He just had to tweet on Parler 4 hours before he tweeted anywhere else. And they were going to give him 40% of the goddamn company for that. But he couldn't do it because apparently he was the president and you're not supposed to take deals like that off your being the president. It never stopped him before. So I was surprised it stopped him this time. But apparently there were ethics reasons that he didn't go through with it. But I'm very surprised he didn't fucking go through with it. But and apparently they also fired the CEO of Parler. They're going to replace his ass. And he said, I didn't want fucking Trump. I thought he was going to bully people, and I didn't want him, but I had to do it anyway because they were kind of forcing me to give Trump this deal, but apparently it fell through. So would have been hilarious if they gave Trump that deal and they shut fucking Parler down. Would have been funny as fuck. And since we're talking about Donald Trump and what amazing pieces of human trash Trump supporters are, so this is from Patriot.win. That used to be the Donald.win before they had internal strife amongst their moderators, and they changed it. But this is where all the Trump supporters, it's like the number one pro-Trump website on the internet right now. And this is the kind of shit they're constantly posting there. Look how disgusting these motherfuckers are. Go ahead, load up. I'm sorry for this, folks. I'm sorry for how bad this is, but I just want to show you what we're dealing with here. The low level of these motherfuckers. Trans suicide alert. It has reached 50%. So this is saying that now 50% of trans people are attempting suicide. And then there's a picture down here. Whoa, we're halfway there. The implication being, let's make it 100%. We need 100% trans suicide. This is what you are, conservatives. This is what you are. Does anybody want to unify with these people? Does anybody want to be civil with them? Or do you want to crush them underneath your fucking foot? And of course, it's exactly, the comments are exactly what you would think. Tranny side, try harder. Yeah, anyway. I was banned on Reddit for bringing this up, LOL. Being unstable and mentally ill would do that. Yeah, maybe it's because pieces of shit like you treating them this way. That makes their lives unbearable and them not wanting to live anymore. Could it be you're the problem, motherfuckers? Nah, don't ever take responsibility for anything. Just like a goddamn Trump supporters would do. No fucking responsibility at all. Just horrible fucking pieces of shit all the time. And Lou Dobbs got fired from Fox News. And so he out there on Twitter retweeting everybody who's mad about it, sucking his dick about it. Like this guy, he's retweeting this guy. Lou Dobbs, the very best, smartest voice on television, had the highest rating show by far on this network. And this guy who says, because Lou Dobbs speaks the truth and is a patriot, we will follow you, Lou. And this person says, because he's a truth teller, Lou Dobbs is a threat to a giant cabal. And this person, Fox News can't so long to who's Lou Dobbs. Lou Dobbs is one of the best anchors in the business. So poor Lou retweeting everybody. This is like if we're in a relationship with a girl and she brutally broke up with you in public. And then all your friends were tweeting, oh my God, she's going to be sorry. She'll never find anybody better than you. She'll come back. And then you're retweeting all their fucking messages. It's just sad, Lou. Move on. They're just not into you anymore. It happens, dude. You had a good run. And next up. On the Chud Watch. Two more Chud Watches. Oh my God. So this is Arkansas. Harrison, Arkansas. You guys might remember there was a video that went viral a couple of months ago where a guy was standing on the street corner with a Black Lives Matter sign and everybody was running around or driving next to him and like screaming at him racist things. So they literally have this sign up as you walk into town. Anti-racist is code word for anti-white. Apparently this is a town where not all of them, but many white supremacists know it's a white supremacist town. So they all congregate there and move there. And that's not the only sign they have up there. It's not racist to love your people. White Pride Radio. Welcome to Harrison. Beautiful town, beautiful people. No wrong exits, no bad neighborhoods. And diversity is a code word for white genocide. So yeah, folks, racism is dead. Racism is dead. What are you talking about? Ain't no racism anymore. Literally a whole fucking town of racists. Just crazy as shit. Goddamn American. Last up on Chud Watch. The victim complexes are off the roof. She kind of cute a little bit. Not really. A little bit. Her attitude makes her less cute. But I wonder if I play this, if they're going to copyright me. So it's my song they're playing. It's my song. It's everything you ever want. It's everything you ever need. It's here right in front of you. This is where you want to be. So basically she's complaining. She has 125,000 supporters, but somehow she's been silenced. She's incredibly fucking popular, but it's bad, I guess, because she's sharing her opinions about loving Donald Trump and being a fascist and shit. So she's all oppressed and whatnot. Pretty blonde girl. I wish I could play you this song. But anyway. Get over yourself, Blondie. You'll be fine. I have a feeling you'll be just fine. You're going to make it. And that's all my Chud Watch. Thank you, folks, for joining me on that. And let's check the super chats before we move on. This is the Dusty song. Back off, lady. I know I wrote this song. White people are so oppressed. I know, right? We're being genocided, y'all. Like, literally nobody is stopping you from fucking other white people and having kids. Have all the fucking little white kids you want. Just because you can't find anybody to fuck you doesn't mean you're being genocided, dude. Get your shit together, whiteys. And, alright. Super chat. Danny Nernick, $4.99. Did he say anything? Oh, yeah. Any guitarists or drummers want to do a funky groovy type thing? Destiny want to program Mr. Drum Machine? Hell, you could be lead vocals, maybe. I usually do like dubstep though. I like that hard hitting electronical shit. Sounds like the future. And Danny Nerdic 499, I'm going to further induce THC into my system. Say nothing if you approve. Crickets. Enjoy that shit. Danny Nerdic 999, color me surprised. And R got caught for child abuse material. I know, right? It's like the Catholic Church. You're never surprised by that shit anymore. In other news, water is wet. The sky is blue. The popcorn you're eating has been pissed in. Movie at 11. True story. But, you know, Republicans don't really look inward on that shit. And Hung Like Jesus 999, tell Tim he can say it all day, every day. In fact, please say it and make sure plenty of black folks are around. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to. You just have to suffer the consequences of your actions. Feel free to do it, motherfucker. Please do it. It'd be cool. And Verum Terra, $5. Dusty, I thought your new Q theme song was awesome, but you only sang it once that I recall. Please stick with it. Many of us love your singing. I appreciate it. Like, I didn't have enough material to have a whole Q section by itself. I guess I did. I guess I could have done a Q section by itself. I'll work on that. Thank you, Verum. And Peter, great work, Dusty. Those cats are lucky to have you. I know, right? I smell, somebody farted, though. I smell cat fart. Nasty ass cats. And Dance at 2.4. Picking up my new fur baby from my Humane Society tomorrow. He got hit by a car. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Poor baby. We have to keep him in a cage for a month. I appreciate all you guys do for your kitties. Hey, thank you for being a hero and rescuing that cat. You one of the good ones. And $5 from Tyler Wentz said, more money that I can afford to give you. Oh, that I can't afford to give you? Well, I appreciate it anyway. Take it. Keep the stream up. I will. It's going to be better next show. I'm going to use this. I don't know what happened to Streamlabs OBS, but clearly that's the fucking problem. Because now that I've been using this program, I'm at 0% frame rate drops. So clearly my problem was definitely the new Streamlabs OBS. Like, it was working fine, and then it auto-updated, and then my fucking stream just decided it wasn't working anymore. So whatever they did with the new version of Streamlabs OBS, it sucks. And you guys should feel bad about it. And all right, let's see. Any more pop up here? Nope, no more popped up. More super chats if you're able, please. I know it stinks. What the fuck? Stinking ass cats. The stinking ass poop booties. And next up, guys, ready for some Karen videos? Got a couple. Not too many Karen videos these days, but a couple. Cause dipshit, you're caring too much. Nailed it. First off, on the caring too much. So this is a Mick Karen. She had McDonald's, and for some reason she's assaulting the McDonald's worker, pulling her mask off. Don't know. Karen going nuts at the Mickey D's.
No, I want to know your name. What you called me? No, what is your name? Because that's what you called me. Okay, bitch, can I tell you something? I'm going to come back there. I run a restaurant. Step back or I will call you. What is your name? Step back or I will call you. What is your name? Step back or I will call you. What is your fucking name? What is her name? You tell me right now. Tell me. Tell me. Okay, she's going to jail.
She's going to jail. These Karens think they're all powerful. Everybody's going to jail. I'm going to sue everybody. All powerful Karen. I got the white privilege. You should all fear me, but we don't. Because you're ridiculous. And next up on Karen, you guys see this one? Imagine making this much of an ass of yourself. They just got to be seen, folks. It's like they weren't loved enough by their parents as a kid, and they just got to show their ass every fucking where they go and waste their time, and everybody fucking hates you, Karen. Everybody hates you. Look how much they cheer when you leave, because you're obnoxious idiots.
Oh my God. Oh, she did? Oh, no. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Are you guys in line? Are you coming in? The people behind you are. They're in line. These guys are not in line. The line is very long. It's a lie. This is all a lie. It's all a lie.
Could you please wear your mask for safety purposes? It's in a state law.
That's good. Chinese communist party.
Nobody cares, Karen. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, it is. Take your mask off. Take your mask off.
Nobody cares. Shut up.
It's a lie.
Gotta be
Go
safe.
look at the box.
Lady, you should take your meds.
Take your meds. Yeah. They're like, just leave, but she can't leave because she has to make you all suffer. She's miserable and you have to be miserable with her.
It's an
Meanwhile, at your local Home Depot.
I mean, I didn't know there was just like people like that.
No, she's been here.
Oh shit!
I just forgot something.
Okay, have a nice afternoon. Be safe. Bye.
I'll clap when she leaves. You got a standing ovation. That's how much people hate you. But you still got to stand around and show her ass. Yeah, you definitely look like you know what you're talking about. You've definitely got your shit together. We should all listen to you, Karen. $465,000 deaths in this country. No, I don't know. Maybe that's Canada. Sometimes it's Canada, and I say this country. I'm assuming that's America, but who knows? Canadians they got some crazy ass shit going up there too. And last up, oh, Karen too much. Just starting to say, think you might have some mental illness there, Karen. Apparently, they wouldn't let her on the bus because she wouldn't wear her mask, and she's not happy about it, folks.
All the assholes are in the world! I need help! Someone give me a car ride! Someone give me a ride!
Who wants to get this one a ride? She seems completely sane and normal. Hop on in! I'll take you wherever you want to go, Karen. You're my kind of people. Yeah, give her a ride to the loony bin immediately. Call her a fucking ambulance, not a taxi. God damn it. And that's my Karen too much. And the rest of the show is nothing but religious bullshit. Got 40 minutes of religious bullshit. Or how much ever it takes to get through it. Let's take a break and check the chat. Andrew Bourne gave me $20. Thank you, Andrew Bourne. Very generous. Love the shit out of you. You were amazing. And Boomer! Yes, I am a boomer. I'm actually a Gen X. D-Generation X! But I appreciate it anyway. JK, you rock, Dusty. Hey, how can I rock with you, rock? And, all right, that's all the super chats for now. What you guys saying in the regular chat? Let me check it out. What you guys saying? Anything cool? Which Kardashian was that? Screamy Kardashian. She belongs in the psych ward. I know, right? I feel sorry for the other people in the psych ward. Duct tape, should I fix this? A gag and duct tape. Making me root for the cops. And, welcome to America. I guess that's America. Could be Canada, though. Canada got some fucking backs in the bill for two these days, so. But it's probably America. I want people to get sick, so I feel better about myself. Yeah, I want you all to die. Religious bullshit. All right, here we go. You guys ready for this? Guys ready for some religious bullshit? I know you are. All right, let's do it. Sing along if you know the words. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bully shit. It's time for religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. We got a bunch of religious bullshit for you guys tonight. We have like 2 weeks worth of it. A lot of it about crazy Trump supporters. Man, they just gone batshit about the Trump stuff. So first off, showing the love of Christ, showing that deep, deep love of Jesus. This guy wants you to know that you better pray that the Biden administration fails. Because fuck America, right? Who gives a shit if it's going to hurt us all? That's just the Christian thing to do.
There's some dark times ahead, and the church must arise. We must be salt. We must be light. And so we must pray, and we must pray correctly. In the Psalms, you see, they would pray what? That God would bring down evil and those that were promoting evil and expose schemes. And that's what we have to pray along those lines and say, God, I ask you to raise up righteous leaders. And yes, and with a compassionate heart remove them. But never stand and say to your people, if you're a leader, it's time, let's stand and let's all agree in prayer for blessing and favor upon this new administration. We cannot promote that which is ungodly. There's some dark...
You could root for the country. You could root for Biden if you wanted to. You ain't gotta, but you probably might should if you want to be a decent person, because it'd be nice if you did a good job and helped us all out. And next up, so they're just outright denying reality. I mean, of course, the Christians, this is sort of their job. But, you know, they all predicted that Trump was going to win, and he didn't win. And so instead of just admitting that they don't actually talk to God, they're not actually prophets, they've just decided to claim that Trump actually is the president. Why not? I mean, the dumbasses who give you money believe literally anything. Why not believe that reality isn't what it is and that Trump is the president? And they were right all along, folks. Here we go.
You better get on the right side of history. Lecrae and a bunch of these people out there in the Hollywood world, a bunch of these gospel singers, Joe Biden gets, let me just say, inaugurated. He didn't.
He did.
If you think Joe Biden's the president, you're smoking a lot of meth in your mama's basement. There's no doubt about that.
I am smoking so much meth in my mama's basement then, because Joe Biden is the president. That's fact. It is reality. It is happening to all of us now. And he knows it's true, folks. But he also knows that it doesn't matter if he lies to people. In fact, he knows that he makes all of his money from lying to people. So he's more than happy to do it because he is a disgusting con man piece of shit.
I don't care what the right-wing people say tomorrow. They get me on Twitter everywhere. This guy doesn't believe that Joe Biden is the president because he ain't, knucklehead. It's a bunch of stupid smoke and mirrors is all it is.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just believe me over reality, folks. I mean, I know he is the president. I know he got inaugurated. You see him passing laws and, you know, making declarations. But don't worry about it, folks. Who you going to believe, me or your own eyes? Clearly, they're going to believe him, because that's the way these motherfuckers work. Let me move this chat over here to this window, and boom. Yeah, I know. Give me some meth. If it makes me see reality, I'm good with it. And showed you plenty of this guy before, but he's still at it, folks. Still at it. It's another guy that prophesied. God told him Trump was going to win, and he didn't, so let's just deny reality.
This nation was dedicated and has been dedicated to God Almighty. And God has not forgotten His America. So if He remembered His covenant in the days of Noah, why do you think, those of you that just like to write all kinds of dumb things out there, that you somehow think that God is lifting His hand off of the nation? No, God set a trap. And the side walls of that Red Sea are about to cave in. Because God remembered His covenant. And He remembered His covenant man. He remembered the one that was standing with Him. He also remembered 45 who stood with Israel and still stands with Israel, stood with the right for life. He also remembers 45 who stood and brought Merry Christmas and the honor of the Lord back to our nation.
No, He didn't. That wasn't a thing. Merry Christmas never went anywhere. You just made that up.
And you think that God is going to allow a coup d'etat to have its way?
No, I think that democracy made the people choose somebody else besides Trump, and Biden's president. Your God seems kind of feckless if he can't even make sure that the guy he wants in office gets in office. Seems like he's not all powerful to me or some shit. And next up, don't worry, folks. Trump is still going to be president because God told this guy a bunch of different prophecies that can only come true if Trump is president. So it has to happen, right? It's just logic.
The Lord told me, He said, Joe Biden will not be president. He'll not be president.
But he is president.
I'm going to tell you something, brother. And people say, yeah, but he's in the office. But he's not the president.
He is the president.
He's not recognized as the president.
He is recognized as the
He'll
president.
never be recognized
He
as
has
the
been
president.
recognized as the president.
Heaven does not know him
Or
as
exist.
the president. See, you can pray for the office of the president. You can pray for a man named Joe Biden. But you cannot pray for President Joe Biden because he doesn't exist.
Okay. He does exist, though. It's just so funny. Imagine not being able to admit you're wrong to this level, where you have to literally rewrite the reality we're all living to make yourself still correct. And they still follow these people instead of money. There is no bottom to this barrel for these motherfuckers. And speaking of which, everybody's favorite crazy ant, Cat Kerr. Cat Kerr also got a message for you people. Trump's the president, y'all. Right wing watch, go.
At this moment in time, in reality, in legality, Donald J. Trump is our president right now.
No, not in reality or legality in any way whatsoever is he the president. No, crazy lady. Woo! Yeah, fuck reality. We love our fantasies.
No, he won. Heaven knows it, and they're celebrating his win.
Heaven to celebrate his win. God, your God is so... He's so minor and weak and pathetic. Any guy with their salt could get this guy in office. What the fuck?
Amen. Okay, because the enemy thought this is my time. Guess what? They want to take over the world. Hell wants to take over the world. Right now, they're jumping ahead. Not going to work.
I mean, God can't even make your camera in focus. That's how fakeless your God is, pink-haired lady.
And the father goes, that's not going to work. So this is what happened on January the 20th. What year is it? 2021?
What year is it?
2021. There was a scroll opened in heaven.
Uh-huh.
The scroll's name is called Justice.
Okay.
Things begin to be sent down to this earth at an accelerated rate. The wind of the Spirit has been going anywhere, setting something in place. I might introduce it tonight. Something that will become a move of God that will touch this whole earth and will make things very miserable for hell. On a wooden doll. It's a living thing. It's alive. And it's embellished all on the outside. When it's open, it speaks itself. It reads itself. So it's released on the earth.
So apparently heaven still got scrolls and shit to talk. They don't even have iPads up there yet. So you guys don't want to go the fuck there. It sounds boring as shit.
So things have already been set in place. You can't see unless you're a seer. And I keep telling people, if you were a seer, you see demons running and screaming from DC as fast as they can get out of it.
Yeah, they run from DC, folks, because Trump is your president in heaven. It's a good thing that stupid bullshit doesn't exist, isn't it? And what the fuck are you doing? Click. Click, motherfucker. What's happening here? Don't make me angry. I won't do shit, but I will bitch about it. It'll be annoying. And next up, religious bullshit. Yeah, here's Johnny Inlow. Basically saying the same shit, folks. God's feckless, and Trump is the president in heaven.
And so there's all these dimensions the Lord is coming to affect and change right now. And President Trump still has a very active, viable role in that, and he will still step in on the playing field itself. He's even under the playing field. Believe me, God is doing things with him. And I won't go into it more than that, but he's not a passive player. He is recognized from heaven. He is recognized as the primary government leader on planet Earth. People need to know that. From heaven, President Trump is recognized as the primary government leader on planet Earth. President Trump will serve above board as well. He will serve above board, and God is going to do this, and it's going to be fairly quick what he does. But this is something he did speak to me earlier. He didn't give me dates. He never gave me a date on anything, just that he would win.
Yeah, so he's going to win, folks. Still going to win somehow. He's the president of heaven. I thought God was the president of heaven. Why does God need another president? Doesn't make any sense to me. But next up, here he is again. And man, Look how crazy his wife is. Look how, like, enraptured she is in him. Clearly, he's some kind of cult leader, and she is completely under his spell, man. I want somebody to look at me like his crazy-ass wife looks at him, but all right, go ahead.
I'm going to make right up front a connection with number 45, intercepting, we'll call it intercepting the enemy in the end zone. And that's when the celebration takes place. And I'm going to connect that with our president, number 45, Donald Trump, the Cyrus 45, Isaiah 45 anointing. And so that's where it ends. That's the moment of celebration. I'm going to make...
Makes sense to me, folks. Somebody with a jersey 45 intercepted a ball during the Super Bowl, and that means Trump's going to be president again. It just makes sense. But wait a minute. Earlier, I took a number 2. A big old number 2. Pretty sure that's a sign of God that John Adams is going to be resurrected from the dead, is going to be president again. Proof. Proof in my toilet from my booty hole. And next up on religious bullshit, so-called firefighter prophet Mark Taylor. He's standing by his prophecy, folks. I know he lied to you and said Trump was going to win, and Trump didn't win, but reality, it's what he says it is.
You guys need to be standing up in faith right now and standing up for the prophetic word, what God has spoken. Yeah. See, that's the part that they're not doing. Everybody wants to cave into this. Well, look, I am not going to apologize right now. Not going to happen. I'm not leaving this foxhole. I know what God has said. I know what God has shown. Chris, I got a book full of prophecies that God gave me before Trump ever came into office that still has not come to pass yet. But he has to be in for a second term in order for them to come to pass. So I will not backtrack. I will not falter, and I will not bow a knee to man or these prophets of Baal that are putting a false sense of concern, if you will, on people right now, because I know what God says. I don't mean that to sound arrogant. I'm just standing in faith.
It's just so shameless. They just cannot admit that they're wrong and they're frauds. They can never do that because that's their entire livelihood. So they will literally just say, no, reality is not what you think it is. It's not what you're experiencing. It's what we say it is. Just hard to believe it at this point. Anybody could follow them, but they still do. They haven't lost probably a single follower whatsoever. They probably gained followers from this because these people want to be lied to. It makes them feel better. And here's religious activist Gordon Klickerschmidt saying that Biden is possessed by a demonic spirit. Of course he is.
I do believe God wanted Donald Trump to be reelected. I think it was God's will, and yet sometimes...
Yeah, all right. Whew. If God is all-powerful, it would be impossible for his will not to be done. That is the definition of all goddamn powerful. So if God's will is not done, he is not all-powerful. If the devil won and God is all-powerful, then it was God's will that the devil won. That's just basic logic 101, motherfucker.
In this fallen world, the devil wins, and God's perfect will is not always done on earth. I think it's an abomination now that someone with the demonic spirit of, for example, transgenderism.
Oh no, not transgenderism. Trans panic. Better be afraid. Gotta scare you with the latest boogeyman. Trans people make up 1% of the population, but they're so scary, aren't they? They have so much effect on your daily lives. Be afraid of the trans people.
Joe Biden is now promoting boys going into girls' locker rooms in public school. He is promoting abortion on demand with taxpayer funding to kill innocent children.
Nope.
He is
also wrong.
Going to harm Israel in their unique calling in the world. That is the devil's will, who is ruling in the White House right now.
Always the same thing, these people. Abortion, Israel, transgender people. These are our scare topics. Are you scared, white old people? These things really have an effect on your life. And this one's kind of hilarious. Jim Baker took a break selling his buckets of disgusting food to let you know no Christians took place in the riots in the Capitol building because Christians wouldn't do that.
But what will be the effect of what has happened in the Capitol building? What's the long-term effect? That I still don't understand all of that because Christians don't burn buildings down. Christians don't riot. They just don't. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about born-again Christian, biblical Christians.
That's right, folks. Christians absolutely do not riot. It is impossible for Christians to riot. Let's see what he had to say 2 months ago.
If we elect the wrong people and you see how wrong it's been, we're going to have a revolution. The church people are going to march in the streets and realize they've gone too far. And we can't let the murder of babies lead the way. We can't let people burn America. We can't let the rebellion take over. And this is not going to be a nice place to live.
Yeah, you heard her, folks. That sounds like a riot to me. Almost seems like you're full of shit. And what did you say back in 2017 about it?
What if they go through with that? There will be a riot in the United States of America, and you're going to find little old ladies rioting. Yes. You're going to find the church people out rioting because they're not going to take it anymore. I'll tell you what, if they
almost like you're talking out of both sides of your fucking face. I was going to say ass, which is the same goddamn thing, but yeah, their words don't matter, folks. Whatever they say this week, they'll say the exact opposite next week. None of it fucking matters. It's all a lark, and here's their new talking point. Kamala Harris is Jezebel, folks. They didn't say this about Melania, did they? Now, I don't have a problem with Melania being a sex worker. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Sex workers real work. But it's the kind of things that Christians usually criticize. But nah, Melania was beautiful, was perfect in every way. But it's Kamala Harris. She's the Jezebel, right, folks?
What's interesting, and I haven't really done any deep analysis of this, but having Kamala Harris sort of being the heir apparent to the failing Joe Biden, all of the biblical references to the whore of Babylon, right, and you know the Jezebel that's plays such a huge role in the last days prophecy, all sort of rise to the surface. You know that considering her background, how she got to where she is, not hiding it, just the implications of that.
Yeah, folks, because when I think of the whore of Babylon, the first woman that comes to my mind is Kamala Harris. I just wonder how much of this is like racism and how much of this is just because they're right-wing, and they would say this about any Democrat. I don't know. I think it's like 50-50, though. I definitely don't think they'd be doing this. Maybe. I guess maybe if it was Hillary, they'd say the same thing. I don't know. But I'm sure racism has a lot to do with it. And you know why Trump lost? Because of the gays. It's fucking Ivanka's fault. Ivanka made him love the gays, and God don't like it when you love the gays, because God's love, but only for certain people. Fucking Ivanka.
Trump and his base lost the election because we did not fight the dragon at the center of the Marxist agenda, but allowed that snake inside our own camp, homosexual perversion. On this score, billionaire Trump's family have been undermined by the same cultural Marxist social engineering that infiltrated every poor and middle-class home in America since the 1960s. His own daughter, Ivanka, was seduced by the allure of queer theory pop culture propaganda in all of its insidious forms, becoming, apparently, the Eve in the garden of Trump's own family, convincing him to eat the apple of pro-gay political correctness.
Don't eat
Despite being a self-avowed Orthodox Jew, Ivanka persuaded her father to openly defy God's unequivocal command in Leviticus 18:22, calling male homosexuality specifically toeva, or abomination, the harshest form of condemnation in Scripture, and expressly warning in verses 26 through 28, quote, "You must not commit any of these abominations, neither your native-born nor the foreigner who lives among you. For the men who were in the land before you committed all these abominations, and the land has become defiled. So if you defile the land, it will vomit you out as it spewed out the nations before you."
Yeah, you defile that land.
End quote.
Make me vomit.
If God had wanted Donald Trump to remain in the presidency, nothing in heaven or on the earth could have dislodged him.
Oh, I agree with that.
Instead, just as first Israel and then Judah were expelled from the Holy Land by wicked conquerors for ignoring Leviticus 18, God allowed Donald Trump to be expelled from the White House by obviously corrupt and senile Joe Biden and his sneering Jezebel sidekick riding a tidal wave of insultingly blatant election fraud.
Mm-hmm. You heard it here first, for the gays! God damn it. Shouldn't have sucked that gay dick, Donald Trump. At least he's not claiming that Donald Trump is still the president. I guess that is a slight improvement from these other crazies and transgender people. All my transgender brothers and sisters out there, I got good news for you. None of you are going to heaven. Just like the rest of us. So that's cool.
No transgenders.
No transgenders, folks.
No transgenders in heaven. No homosexuals in heaven. Nobody in heaven is going to be confused about what God made them to be. There's nobody in heaven is going to be talking about, I'm a man, but I've got a woman on the inside. Please. See, that's how you know that stuff is of the devil. That's how you know. Because that stuff is not going into heaven. So what people need to do is get saved now, get delivered now. Did you see this guy, this Assistant Secretary of Health and Human Services, I think it is? What's he call himself? Rachel something or other. I mean, it's sad. It's pathetic. It really is. You look at this guy, and he's a freak. No transgenders.
Yeah, you're the freak, dude. Much rather hang out with her than you. God damn it. But lucky transgender people don't have to go to boring-ass heaven and worship Jesus for the rest of existence. That sounds awful. And the one mom at million moms is mad. Because this week she mad because apparently this American doll has gay aunts. And hell no, you ain't got no gay aunts. I can't believe they're telling children that gay people exist. What's wrong with y'all? Her description also includes this little nugget. Kara is thrilled to leave Michigan behind to spend part of her summer helping animals in Australia. That sounds good. There, she and mom stay with her great aunts, Mamie and Lynette, who run the Bailey Family Wildlife Sanctuary and Vet Clinic. That sounds awesome so far. And one of the books the company is selling as part of the Kira brand, there's a little more description about the aunts. In the book, she explains that her aunts are married. Oh no! Not gay aunts that are married after the law was changed to allow it, referring to the Australian Parliament 2017 decision to legalize gay marriage 2 years after the U.S. Supreme Court did the same. So, yeah, she married. Lynette is referred to as aunt in the story. This suggests a lesbian relationship. The story is written for ages 8 and up. I think there should be a warning to parents so that they can make an informed choice whether or not they want to allow their young child to read a story that includes a lesbian relationship. Yeah, better warn these parents. Do you want your kids to let gay people exist? Better not. They're going to go to hell. What if it turns them gay? What if they're like, holy shit, gay people exist? I like pussy now. What if that happens? It'd be terrible for your 8-year-old. Because that's how reality works. And it's a death cult. It's a not just a death cult. It's a suicide pact that our country has made with religion. Because these motherfuckers are going to kill us all. Supreme Court says California can't ban indoor church services even to prevent COVID spread. So, yeah, they're religious and that's all that matters. They can kill us all. They don't have to follow the rules, even during a pandemic, even with 465,000 people dead. Who gives a fuck? Our lives don't mean anything. Jesus is way more important. And guys, remember that vaccine destroying pharmacist who destroyed all the doses of the vaccine because he thought they were fucking evil? Well, apparently he thinks that the sky was made to stop us from seeing God. Of course, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't the all-powerful God allow us to not see him? By creating a sky or something. The Daily Beast has more on the FBI search warrant application, which just unsealed. Some of the conspiracy theories Brandenburg told the co-worker about included: the earth is flat. Of course it is. The sky is not real. Nope. Rather, it is a shield put up by the government to prevent individuals from seeing God. And Judgment Day is coming. Yeah. Just a normal pharmacist, folks. These crazy motherfuckers are everywhere. It's so scary how many of them are in our society, man. Just no fucking connection to reality in any goddamn way. In a subsequent interview, followed by an email included in the warrant applications, Brandenburg confessed that he, in fact, did spoil the vaccines because he thought they would alter the recipient's DNA. He further explained that he was in the midst of a very contentious divorce and wasn't sleeping properly. Don't blame your ex-wife for this. No wonder she was leaving your crazy ass. Who wants to be married to a guy who thinks the sky isn't real? That's like as bad as it gets. There's no way she could do worse than you, dude. And, did you guys hear about the 8-year-old at the Christian school who got expelled because she told another little girl that she had a crush on her? I dare you like another little girl. So apparently, well, that was only half the story. The other half is they brought her mom in. And they asked her mom, how do you feel about this? And her mom said, I don't give a fuck. If she wants to like another girl, what the fuck do I care? And so they expelled her for that. Because in order to go to this Christian school, the parents have to sign a contract that they will teach their kids to hate gay people, basically. To affirm that marriage is only between a man and a woman. If you don't, you can't go to this school. But, like, good for that little girl. You dumbass parents shouldn't have had her in that school to begin with. Get her as far away from that evil bullshit as you possibly fucking can. Stat! And one more. The ending of this is pretty amazing, folks. Did you know that Christians are just like sloths? It's a true story.
So these guys move very slowly in the trees, but believe
like
it or
Christians.
not, these guys can actually swim very well. So that's one of their that's one of the structures they use to protect themselves in the wild. So if a jaguar is chasing them and they happen to be over a river or lake or something like that, they will actually just fall out of the tree into the water. And they can swim really fast, and they can actually hold their breath for up to 22 minutes. So once again, that slow metabolism can kind of come in handy when you're trying to get away from a jaguar.
22 minutes.
Yes.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. We were talking beforehand. Yes, the sloth. This one is fast for a sloth, but he's still slow. Why? Because sloths, by definition, are slow. That's
just like Christians, folks. It's all being connected right now before your eyes.
How they are made to operate, and it shouldn't surprise us that they move slowly. And in today's lessons, we see something that should not surprise us as well, and that is Christians are persecuted. Sloths move slow, well, Christians are persecuted. That kind of happens because of who we are.
Yeah, see the connection, folks? It all makes sense. It's all coming together. Sloths are slow. Christians are persecuted. We're so oppressed. God damn it. You know, we only have like every president in the history of the world and most of the power positions in society and 80% of the population. So oppressed. Christians. Hilarious. And that's all my material, folks. I did it. Hooray. We had a successful show. The next show will be better because I'm going to turn my goddamn resolution back the fuck up because now I know the problem with the goddamn show was Streamlabs OBS being a piece of shit and not my computer. So next show is going to be amazing. Thank you guys for bearing with me while I fix this motherfucking bullshit. Even though it's not my fault. I don't take any fucking blame. But I fixed it. So that's all good. Let's read the final super chats before we get going. Roxanne Dawson says something, but it's cutting off, of course. Let's see if I can see what she says. Nope, it's not going to show me what you said, Roxanne Dawson. But you gave me $10 and I appreciate it. Maybe somebody else will donate and yours will pop up. This is all fucking stupid. But Penn Sylvester, he says, Dusty, this might be kind of filthy, but I want to thank you. Your videos took away my fear of finally admitting to myself that God isn't real. Thank you. Hey, no problem, man. I know that fear. I went through that same fear myself when I was trying to not even question. When I was questioning whether I would question. I remember the butterflies in my stomach for days and days as I was like, man, do I want to take this chance? Because like if I question God and I'm wrong, he could torture me for eternity. That's terrifying. And yeah, it's really hard to even decide to question to get over that fear. But yeah, I'm honored to help you in any way I can, man. I appreciate that. And Arnus Valikia and strike. Yep, I know what you're talking about. It's, Trump's confidant. They're all so crazy, ain't they? Max Carter, let's hope Proud Boys or Antifa doesn't take down the stream again. I know, apparently it wasn't any of that. Apparently, I was not being targeted. It was just some fucking stupid problem with the Streamlabs OBS. Their update sucks, so fix your shit, Streamlabs. And Jenny Roo, what's up, Jenny? Says, Gen X are here, Degeneration X. Here, take my money, you fellow old duck. With an F, fuck yeah. Super Turret. Should let me swear, I know, right? I'm gonna treat you like a children. And you the man, Dusty. Andrew Bourne says, say hi to my friend Julian. What's up, Julian? Big shout out to you. Thank you, Andrew. And Roxanne Dawson, I'm sorry I can't see what your message is, but you gave me $10 and you're amazing. Apologies. And all right, I'll move this over here and check the regular chat for end the show. Dust Buddies rule. Hell yeah, you guys want to become Dust Buddy? You can do it on the next show, but there's a membership button you can push. And for $2.99 a month, you can get customized emojis to spam the chat with, and it's awesome. So do it. It's worth the show. Become a Dust Buddy. And tonight's show was great. I appreciate it. Had a little trouble, started a little late. We finished strong, and that's what counts. Christians are slaws, I know, right? The connection is just so clear. So clear. It's obvious. Mm-hmm. The earth is flat. The sky isn't real. Australia's fake. True story. And Donald Trump is president. That's all you need to know. Everybody have a good day. And, all right. Let me scroll down. And what up, Dusty? What up, Vincent? How you doing? So much fun. This much fun on a Monday. It's such a joy. Rock on, y'all. Hey, thank you, Specky Weasel. You guys are what makes the show so good. The chats. That's what makes it so fun. Great show, D, as always. Appreciate it, Steve Warwick. Watch your streams, Retro Dusty. I stream every Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, 2 a.m. GMT. So you guys be sure to tune in on Friday. I'll be back on Friday, if not sooner, but probably not sooner. I probably won't be back till Friday. And folks, been so much fun hanging out with you. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. We got it figured out now. So the next show going to be so much better. And it's going to be on Friday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. So you motherfuckers, be sure to join me. You guys have a good night out there. I don't have a song loaded up or shit, so it's just going to be like a quiet ending. Maybe I'll sing something to you on the way out. Dudes, have a good week. Take care of each other. I love you guys, and I will see you on Friday. As always, till next time, Logic. Fuck yes. It's everything you ever want. It's everything you ever need. It's here right in front of you. Hey, Garmin763 says, a little late. Hey, better late than never. With the super chat. But still wanted to show some appreciation for your work. Hey, I appreciate you, Garmin. It means a lot. Thank you for being late. Oh, I can read Roxanne Dawson's now. Cool. Using the W slur is offensive to my ferret babies. I am seriously joking, of course. Weasels are cute and badass. I do like weasels. I think they're cute. But I don't mean weasel in that kind of way. You should do a weasel watch segment and only say weasel during this time. All right. I will try to limit the weasel insult. But it's a good insult. I like that one. All right. So it's right here in front of you. This is where you want to be. It's everything you ever want. Good night, everybody. It's everything you ever need. And it's here right in front of you. This is where you want to be. Later, dudes. End.